Okay. Happy team call day. We just went through and talked about our wins for the week, and I'm super excited to kind of chat with you guys about some things that have been bringing me joy. Again, tonight, let me share my screen. I've got a quick little PowerPoint. I got a couple of little announcements, and then I actually did a training call just got on a Zoom call with Milan Jensen. And I don't know if you know who she is. Oh, this light behind me is driving me crazy. Nope. There we go. But she has a coach ID of number 1, like first founding coach. Incredible. Can't even imagine. So I talked to her and we got some really great information from her about, being an emerald factory. And so that's kind of what I'm going to be talking about with getting everyone started with something. She calls it her healthy formula. So she actually shared a PowerPoint with me that she went over, that she created this. And I'm going to briefly go over it tonight. And she has done multiple trainings on this. So I'm going to briefly go over it. And then I will share a recording of one that she's already done because she's really great at talking about it. So, what we're going to celebrate tonight is I updated the leaderboard that we're doing, and I'm focusing on volume and Success Club. This is personal volume. Personal volume is what you personally purchase for yourself, or what you sell to your customers. If you have a second business center like Heather, Rachel, Hannah, myself, with once you hit 2-star, you have a second business center, which is really awesome because then you can put that on the weak leg of your significant other or like the secondary account, because it helps to drive volume on, to help you to cycle more on the weak leg, because it grows your weak leg volume on that secondary account as well as your account, which is really cool. So anybody that has 2 business centers, I've added those together. So we've got Heather, Danny, Rachel, Amelia, and Hannah all above 300 volume points for personal volume. And then in the 100+ volume, we have seriously so many babes here. So I'm not going to go through and name all the names, but I did post these in the team page, and I'm so proud of you guys for being on here. And then Michelle, yay, leading the Success Club board. Way to go, Michelle. That is so incredible. She has 8 Success Club points, the most she's ever had, right? Yeah, cool. Okay, I have 7 guys. I literally only knew that I had 2. A lot of them are retention points, and they are also points from people that I had been talking to in, what month is it? February, that just ghosted me and then finally came back. So that was a nice surprise logging into my online office. And then with Changing Lives, Danny Rhodes, on the board, Danny Rhodes, Hannah Day, Amy, Desiree, Rachel, Angie, Michael, Leah, Andrea, Jody, Kelsey, Kristen, Mark, aka Melissa, Danielle, Amelia, Destiny, Ariel, Courtney, Joanna, and Amanda. So way to go, everyone. Really quickly, I wanted to show you some dates, and this is all from your Coach Online office, for the new Shanti program, the Let's Get Up. I actually have a link right here. You can you go to your Coach Online office, and then you go to your Grow My Business, and then you go to Product Toolkit, and you can see everything from all different program launches. And you can click on Let's Get Up and you'll get all this. So April 12th is when our free sample workout launches. I'm going to create a team-wide group. You know how we call it a Snoop group, where someone's like, oh, I want information, where I put in the guide section or units. They used to be units. Now they're called guide in Facebook groups, where I can easily organize, hey, here's a video of what this is about. Here's the sample workout. Here's the pricing and everything. And then, kind of being able to celebrate, then when they purchase something in there. So I will create that. Everybody is welcome to, basically I will have a welcome post where you add them, you tag them in the welcome post, and then you message them. Hey, just so you know, I've got you added. I tagged you in the welcome post. Introduce yourself because we are doing a giveaway. Just from, introducing yourself. So I do something like that. So it gets you super easy. Think about it. ATM, add, tag, message, super simple. Coach exclusive window is April 19th through May 3rd. And that's also VIP training boot camp. I'm assuming that will probably be a Facebook group where they're doing that with the coaches. That's what they've done in the past with other launches. Apparel launch is April 19th, and it is for sale for customers on May 3rd. And VIP early access period is May 3rd to fall 2021 when it comes on to Beachbody On Demand. So it looks like April 19th. Remember, with all of the launches, it launches and you get access to the workouts early. So you can either decide to start it right then, or just kind of sort of do some workouts, talk about it, and then decide, hey, okay, it's available for my client or my clients that aren't, VIP on May 3rd. Let's do a week or two and then start after it. You can decide what works for you, but I like you to have all this information so you can start planning what's going on. And then, so there's 2 short videos that you can find in the product toolkit in your Coach Online office. And then I also did this. I don't know if you saw this, but there's a promo code for March. So it's from March, what's the date? March 1st to April 18th. Anybody that purchased any challenge pack will get a 50% off a VIP early access digital only. So they wouldn't need to be buying a challenge pack because they obviously just purchased it. So they will actually get a coupon for 50% off the digital unlock, which is cool. And then, one other thing. So in that 3-step launch plan, they have in the product toolkit let me move this. I'm sorry, I can't see. I wanted to show you something else really cool that they had a 3-step launch plan. Hold on, I have to reshare my screen to be able to see there it is, share. Okay, so this 3-step launch plan, get trained and know the key dates. We have a training on Beachbody Champions page, March 22nd. So that's next week. A Facebook VIP training bootcamp, April 19th, and then the coach exclusive. So they've got, you can check it off. I set up a bod group to invite to. I have a start date. I've promoted the group. I customer launch. I also, have all that, my goal, how many I have committed, and you can print this off. It's super. It's just a 1-page document. Use an invite calendar. And then they have actually just a whole calendar from April to May. So definitely check that out. Super helpful. And, another thing I just said that I'm drinking my bevy. Absolutely love it. This is in the product toolkit, guys. You can, this is something you could easily use as talking points on your stories in your challenge group. Bevy is, like I said, I call it my nighttime munchie juice, and it helps with curbing cravings. And I totally really do notice a big difference. So it's brewer's yeast peptides, green tea, phytosomes, and it has 3 grams of fiber. So I 100% recommend the pomegranate berry. I think the lemon tastes disgusting. So, all right. What does it remind me of? It reminds me of something I forget. Some other product we have.
It's the fiber sweep. It's not the taste, it's the smell. It smells like the fiber sweep from the 3-day refresh. So drink it with a straw.
That's what usually my solution for everything is, just use a straw. I just bought straws on Amazon, the big straws. Okay. Mega big. All right. Share screen. Last thing I just wanted to talk about. I want us to get out of just focusing on Shakeology. I want you to be able to be a little bit knowledgeable about a couple things, but I'm not going to say buy all of this at one time, but I do want you to be able to say, hey, I've tried that. Hey, I've tried that. So I challenge you to try something new this month and try something new next month. So Energize, Hydrate, Bevy. If you've never tried any of those, our Energize is our plant-based pre-workout. Our Hydrate is our electrolyte. I call it my healthy Gatorade. And yeah, Melissa got me started on the mocktail, which is Energize, Hydrate, and collagen all mixed together. And I make that, I put them in clear glass containers, and I use that as my curiosity marketing while I'm telling a funny story or I'm talking about something. Bevy nighttime munchie juice, and then our Shakeology boost. Guys, this is something you literally just throw into your Shakeology. You can throw 1, 2, or all 3 of them. Power greens. If you do 2 scoops, that's 1 serving of green containers. I have been telling all of my people about that, especially when they say they struggle with veggies. Because think about this, you put in power greens and spinach. Wow, that's 2 servings of veggies right there. Boom. So digestive health is also really great. I mean, Shakeology itself is so great for gut health. And in the Coach Online office, Darren Oline had a really good, if you don't follow him, because on his stories, he posts a lot of great information, as well as be sure to be watching Sean T and his stories, because he's talking about, they're in Hawaii filming Let's Get Up right now. And he's just so entertaining. And you can see like Megan Ebelson is out there as well. You can follow other coaches that are doing that too on their stories. So if you're like, I want to scroll, instead of scrolling aimlessly, maybe just do a quick little like 5-minute catch up on, what's the status of Let's Get Up, so you can kind of have your challengers watch, get them hyped as well. And then focused energy. I'm not going to claim anything, but I literally have talked to a lot of coaches where they're, them or their kids were on medicine for, whatever, being able to focus more. And they said that it has literally helped them so much. So yes, you can definitely taste 2 scoops, which is 1 scoop is the serving suggestion. But if you want it to be a serving of a green container, it's 2 scoops. So it definitely makes it less sweet. Or you can just do 1 scoop and call it, and then add in your spinach, and it can be 1.5 green containers. So that is what I really wanted to, kind of focus on there, and just telling you to get out there and try new things, because there, Shakeology is, some people already are good with their supplements, and, branching out of, other things. If somebody's like, oh, I do Arbonne, or I do this, or I do that, and I already have my shake. Okay, great. But there's other things that we can be talking about. And when you have personally tried it, it's much easier to talk about these things. Okay. So now let me share my screen one more time. I've got like 3 things open here. So I'm going to go through really quickly Milan Jensen's volume training. So building a volume strong team. And so what she talks about is, honestly, the challenge pack really is the best option for people, but financially. But not necessarily everybody needs everything, because they may have something else in their life that, is filling that. So she talks about her healthy formula. And so what she says is the healthy formula is Beachbody's unique solution. It's fitness that's fun, it's nutrition made simple, and it's support for change. We have a community and we have a coach, which is so different from so many different products, or, going to the gym, or, things like that. It's just really nice to have that extra accountability. The nutrition, you make healthy habits, clean eating, it just becomes second nature. It's so easy to use your app. I am obsessed with, on the Beachbody On Demand app, using the containers and just checking it off is so freaking easy. You always have your phone. So simple. So she says, what's your healthy solution? So, okay, let's focus on the nutrition category in the left. Okay, what your customer needs. I am on track with my food plan. I need a kickstart with fast results. I need help getting back on track, or I want something I can stick with. Maybe somebody says, I just need a kickstart with fast results. Okay, the 3-day refresh is going to be amazing for you. To kickstart with fast results, $69.95 and 52 TV. TV is team volume. And so we're going to talk about volume more and more over the next couple weeks, because volume is where you are going to start growing your cycle bonus when you start to understand that and focus on that. 2B mindset, that's creates a healthy relationship with food, $119 and 90 TV. Ultimate portion fix, a great way to be healthy for life. Same thing. All right. So maybe they need for fitness, what your customer needs. I'm on track with my fitness plan. I like variety and want options. I need to focus on the program, and I need a total wellness solution. On-demand trial, 14 days to explore what works for you. It's free. If they don't do anything, they will be charged $59.85 for a 3-month Beachbody On Demand. Or my ideal is to let, I say be up their butt for 2 weeks and make sure that you're checking in on them. What workout they're doing? How are they liking it? Did they access also the fixate recipes and things like that? I would ideally like to either convert them to a challenge pack or the 12 months for $99, because either way, you're going to be making more commission on that, and they're getting a better deal. So I don't care if they do just the bod, but I want to make sure that depending on what they liked after that free trial, I can get them the most bang for their buck. Because if I spent $60 for 3 months, but found out I could do a year for $99, I'd be like kicking myself like, dang, I didn't know that. So I just make sure that they have the information. So that's the on-demand. You can see the difference in price. $59.85 is 23 TV. The 6 month is $77, 30 TV, and the year is $99.95 and 38 TV. And on-demand, you make 40% commission versus 25% of everything else. Just a fun fact. Or the total solution bundle. So maybe they do the challenge pack at $160, which is 50 TV, depending on which bundle they get. All right, support, what your customer needs. So these are like what she's doing here is teaching you that you need to ask questions. You need to figure out what they need help with before you just say, here's this challenge pack, $160. You want it? Like, I don't know. Like you have to do a little bit more talking to them, but you're going to have better results because you're going to be able to customize something for them. So I have a way of staying on track. I like to interact with a group. I like using an app to check in, or I want one-on-one support. So you're going to talk to them about either about the online community, your Facebook group, or your mobile tracking app. And then, so she goes through and says what the challenge pack solution includes everything. But, maybe somebody has Peloton, but they, are just so confused on what to eat. Or, maybe somebody is obsessed with Orange Theory Fitness, but they are just lacking on energy and they're struggling with their meals and they wish they could just have one easy meal. There are so many different people that you can speak with by just asking more questions. So now we're going to go into the 500 plus coach. And so she talks about a 500 plus PV coach is the heart and life of your entire team. This is someone who lives the vital behaviors. They know how to invite. I'm doing this. Come do it with me is what they're doing. Knows how to engage. Have you been? How's your health? Knowing how to be able to just segue into that very simply because it's a natural part of your life. So you're able to easily talk to them about it. Knows the healthy formula, nurtures their customers and contacts, and is product and company confident. So you are able to understand and talk about it more. Okay, so the mindset. So I love this quote: make raving fan customers a part of your growth strategy. So meet their customers where they are, because everybody needs this healthy formula. Invest in creating raving fan customers, inspires customers to become influencers, boost revenue per customer, and support 6 to 10 customers. So 500 is talking about the volume. Okay, so she made this little TV. So I previously said PV, but when we talk about TV, that is once you hit Emerald, you unlock the compensation plan, and then you start cycling based off of your team volume. Team volume is what your team, your coaches are purchasing themselves and are selling, and what their coaches and their coaches are selling. So she has 500 plus ideas, teach healthy solutions, have fun with groups, and create events. So I want to create this TV menu. I'm trying to scroll over. I have it. I'll share it with you too. For things that are that I use more. So she added the TV on everything, team volume, because everything has a personal volume attached to it and team volume. So just looking at team volume, Shakeology or Daily Sunshine, depending on what they're getting, is anywhere from 15 to 90. Shakeology is always is 90. Peak Performance Line, 5 to 70, depending on what they get. Healthy Digestion, 21 to 73. So that's the Reset, Soothe, Optimize, Revitalize. Boost, these are the Shakeology boosts, 24 to 35. Clean Week with the Shakeology sampler is 12 TV. So Bevy is 25 TV. Beach bars, depending on if you get 1, 2, or 3 boxes, that's the difference. Reset and cleanse, 52 to 120 TV. So that's definitely a great way to go. That's the 3-day refresh or 21-day ultimate reset. 2B mindset or portion fix, 90 TV. Activate multivitamin. This is not something that is super popular, but there are some people that are looking for a vitamin that we can help with that. Beachbody on demand, 38 TV for the year. Collagen is 21 TV. So just being a little bit more mindful of what things are. And she shared this entire in-depth spreadsheet that I'm not going to go over today because your eyes would glaze over. But if you are a numbers person and enjoy seeing that, she shared a really cool document, that spreadsheet for everything. Groups you can lead, program specific bod group, free group or clean week, VIP customer group, block party, a group of coaches get together to launch a fun short-term event to create excitement. And then she talks about online marketing. So I'm not going to get too much into that, but but she is just such a wealth of information. We just talked about so much stuff. So now this is the part that I'm really excited to talk to you about. And if you have questions about anything, like I said, I'm briefly going over this, and I'm gonna share a recording of what she talks about when she does this presentation, but please feel free to post anything in the chat. I will tell you that it took me a while to understand volume. I would be like, okay, what's that again? No, what now? So it's okay if something is confusing to you. You're not going to understand it right away, but we are here for you if you have questions. Okay, what is an Emerald Tribe? Becoming an Emerald coach is the first milestone. Emerald is so exciting because that's really when you launch your business. You become and you unlock that compensation plan. So Emerald Tribe game plan is the strategy is to get to Emerald and work on building other Emeralds in your downline. It's not what I can do individually. It's what we can duplicate together. And your goal is the focus is to build 4-generation Emerald tribes to establish a solid team. So that means you have Emeralds, they have Emeralds, and they have Emeralds. So your great grandbaby coaches are Emeralds. And that's when you see really big duplication and depth with your volume. So find your tribe, love them hard, 500 plus TV coach and customer bases, which she's focusing on building generations. You teach your personally sponsored Emeralds to teach their personally sponsored coaches to build Emeralds 4 levels deep. And it's really so simple because guys, Emerald is you like talking to your mom and your coworker that wants to lose a little weight. And, it really is quite simple. And so Diamond, we overcomplicated and things, but if we just focus on building an Emerald tribe, you're organically going to get to Diamond while you're doing that. And when you get to Diamond focusing on this, you're making a lot more money than it'll take you longer, and that's okay. But I would rather it take you, longer to get to Diamond, but build it in this depth and be making a solid income versus getting to Diamond with 12 people buying a challenge pack that maybe don't buy again the next month. You know what I mean? So it takes a little longer, but you'll see she gives you, this is what I love. Okay. I'm a visual person. I love to be able to see it. Okay. So Emerald Tribes is 15 coaches. When she says 4 levels deep, this is you've got 500 TV. Your personally sponsored coach has 500 TV. And then, okay, so this is you with 2 Emeralds. This is you and your Emerald. Then this coach on your left leg gets to Emerald. And then they teach their coach to get to Emerald and on their left leg, and their coach on their right leg to get to Emerald. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 levels there. So then, so this is 15 coaches in your organization, 7,500 volume from this little tree right here, 7,500. Okay. So 25% of 500 is $125. And then 23 cycles times 14 is 322. So just know that she did the math over here, 23 per cycle. You're going through you plus 2, you plus 6, you plus 12. You're going to make more money and you're going to be making more cycles. So basically I'm not going to go into depth of, here. On your strong leg, you need 200 volume points. On your weak leg, you need 100 volume points to cycle 1 time. Based off this example, you would be, you would be making $447. So this could be monthly. This could be weekly. If you're doing 500 TV throughout the month and your coaches are doing 500 TV throughout the month, so that could be monthly. If you are doing this every week, that could be weekly. But so it can be whatever way you want to look at it. I'm just going to say, let's say this is a month because, let's focus on 500 TV a month. And if you have questions, I'm not looking in the chat, so feel free to unmute yourself and ask because I'm not going to see it until the end. Melissa? Yes.
Okay, so I think that she just might have a typo on this, but I do want to clarify. Aren't emeralds capped at $250 a week? So even though it is $322, it would only be $250 payout.
Well,
Team cycle bonus.
Okay, so this is for the month. So that's why.
Ew. All right then.
Yeah.
But as an emerald, if you are banking money like this,
then ignore what I just
diamond because you're going to be losing income because you can only earn $250 per week in a team cycle bonus as an emerald. Right. And maybe that sounds like a lot, but if your downline looks like this, you're going to blow past it and you're going to lose money.
Right. And so if you already have two emeralds, like you have two emeralds, getting to Ruby would even unlock a little bit more because Ruby is 2 coaches on each leg, one with an emerald. So, being able to just say, okay, let me add a couple more. But yeah, so if this example for the month would be accurate, I said that would not be accurate until you're looking at the diamond thing next. But yeah, so let's just say for the month. And if this was the case for the week, then that's motivation for me to get to, Ruby and Diamond, because I don't want to leave money on the table. That is going to be the most motivating factor for me to rank advance is like, oh, you mean I could be making more money by, just by increasing in rank? Then yes, let me make that happen. That hustle is real in Matt's account when I'm like, oh, Matt's going to lose his diamond. Let me get to work because I'm not going to lose hundreds of dollars this week. Okay. And so any questions about the Emerald tribes? Like I said, I'm going to share the recording because this is just I stutter too much. I'm not good at explaining it. But Diamond Strong, this one makes me really excited. Okay. So this is the classic diamond model. This is you, and you got to diamond because everybody bought a challenge pack, and that's, they're all discount coaches. Okay. So your volume, right here with this example. So 4 coaches on each leg and one of them are emerald. That gives you 1,080 volume points. And so that's going to give you $54 for cycling a month. Okay. Not bad. I mean, yeah, that's energizing your biz fee right there. Okay. But if you are a 500 plus diamond coach, okay, what was the volume? 1,080, 6,000. If you are focusing on creating emerald, this emerald tribe community. So like she said, this diamond, it may take this person 2 years to get here, but look at the difference. $485 versus $54 is if you are just solely focusing on helping people get to emerald, and get their coaches to emerald. So then we focused on, now we look at this Diamond Strong where you have 8 emerald tribes. So let me show you. Emerald tribe is this. You are emerald. Your coaches are emerald. Their coaches are emerald. Okay. So now you have, where did I go? Why is my PowerPoint saving? Just let me move. Okay. Now you have 8 emerald tribes with 60,000 volume, and that is $3,600 a month if we are solely just focusing on cycle bonus. 12 emerald tribes is $5,400 a month and 90,000 volume. Do we see the difference in focusing on those simple becoming an emerald factory? And focusing on teaching your coaches to do that and have them teach their coaches to do that so much easier to focus on this and focus on volume and take the pressure off of, oh, I got to get to diamond. I want you to get to diamond because you are going to, if you are focusing on this, you are going to max out that $250 a week. And we want you to be, increasing in rank to be making more. But this is just, I just love the way that she breaks that down. So how can I help a new coach reach 500 plus TV consistently? And that is, for that, what we can say is, focusing on every time you send somebody a cart, add something else into their cart. I mean, if you are not already doing this, start today. And this is what I add, at least 2 things into people's cart. And I say, I'm adding in it depends on what they're telling me too. I'm not going to add the same thing into everybody's cart. I'm obsessed with beach bars. I'm obsessed with Energize, Hydrate, Collagen, Bevy, and beach bars, in addition to Shakeology. But yeah, so somebody wanted to sign up to get the discount, but she just bought a challenge pack. She's like, what can I do? I said, let me just send you the $40 sign-on fee. And then I will send you a form. You can get that $40 refunded. And so it was $40. And then I said, I went ahead and threw in the Bevy. We talked about this week in our challenge group. If you don't want it, no big deal. It's my nighttime munchie juice. I'm obsessed with it. I'm actually mixing it up now. So it was like $37 with her discount plus the $40 that she's going to get refunded because she bought a challenge pack. And she was like, oh, thank you. That's awesome. I wanted that anyways. Because I've been talking about it in my challenge group. I've been highlighting one thing every week, talking to them about it. So that was I could have just sent her the $40 and she got the form refunded and it was nothing. But instead I threw that in her cart and I told her why I love it. And she's like, oh yes. And so that's also why it's so important to be talking about things in your challenge group and not feeling bad about it. These are people that have already said yes to you. So, I mean, I'd be offended if you're like, what are you drinking? Why have you not talked to me about this? I want to know. I love you. Tell me more about this. So let's open it up for questions. Anything. I love this slide and screenshot it. My family is so loud. I can send you anything that you want from tonight that you guys need. Okay. Does anybody want to unmute themselves and ask, does anybody need clarification for anything volume-wise? Because I know that I struggled a lot with volume. Melissa said, jot form to ask if they want all the things, then they get the Weekender kit. They want to know your secrets. Oh my gosh, the Weekender kit. And I'm sorry, again, I don't think that's available in Canada, but the Weekender kit is such a great sample product too, to just throw in. It's $25. Did I miss anything in the chat?
It was basically just me being really chatty.
It's usually me when it's not my time. Okay, I love all this. The Weekender kit is amazing to add to carts. Okay, let's talk about this. What else do you add? Melissa, you're really great at adding people. Tell me what kind of things you add to carts and then what you say when you send it.
Well, this goes back to the PD, go for no. So are you closing this sale or are they? Because if the last thing they said to you was yes, then you either didn't ask enough or you just took that yes and went. So before I did jot forms, it looked differently. Now that I use a jot form, I don't have to ask these questions because I literally ask them, do you want to add on a 3-day cleanse? Do you want my plant-based mom juice? And I even have a hint, you want this. Do you want snack bars that are delicious in chocolate? I even have the flavor options in there. So I don't have to spend all that extra time. Oh, okay, what? Oh, just one more question. What flavor of Shakeology do you want? One more question. Do you want to add on a 3-day cleanse with your discount for only $33? I used to do all those things. So after I would close someone with a challenge pack or whatever they're getting, most of the time it's an add-on to a challenge pack, I would ask them if they want to do regular or discount. And they would always ask what that is. And so in a few months, that would be, do you want to do our loyalty reward program? Whenever that comes out, that should be asked to every single person. What is that? You get 25% starting today and going forward. That's a really cool perk about the loyalty reward program. If you don't know, if you want a quick update, Rachel just did a real great call on that. But then I lost my train of thought. That's also genetic.
Go for no, who's ending the sale, jot form.
Oh, right. Thank you. So whenever we would go, I just have a couple more questions and then I'll send over your order. And I would ask them, do you want to add on a 3-day cleanse? That is a great jumpstart into nutrition. It's also great for before a trip or an event, or if you need to break a caffeine or sugar addiction. You're probably going to lose 3 to 8 pounds in 3 days. And I love this cleanse. I do it a couple times a year. You can add it on today for $33. Do you want to do that? Yes. Okay, great. And then it would be, I already know they're doing a discount. I don't ask those questions anymore though, but those are the big ones. Do they want a 3-day cleanse? Because I do think that's an awesome extra tool to add on. But I really do want to stress filling out some kind of form or giving them all the options up front, because a lot of times we think people only can afford or want that $160 option, but they really do want all the things you use. Like, people get almost offended when they get their package and then there's no mom juice in there. And then they're like, what the heck? I thought we talked about this. Like, I want to get started. I want all the things. And so instead of asking, well, do you want this? Do you want this? Do you want this? I let them fill out the form. They tell me what they want. And when I send it back, that price is so reasonable, because for all of those things, that's really a reasonable price. And often they probably have a different number in their head, right? But if you only go with that $160 option, that's all they're going to take. But then they're not getting the option of adding on the Energize and the Recover. No. and you're not even giving that. Okay. So basically, did you offer all the things? And if you're not doing it in a jot form, I really like, I think it was the Empower call maybe, where she sent out the email of the 6 questions. And so that's a great start. If you're not doing the jot form, I really like that, because it also says in there, what is your budget? Are you willing to invest in this? And what is your budget? Because most people think you're worth more than we say that we're worth. We are like a free bonus in this, but do you know how much like support and I know we're not actually personal trainers, but they're getting personal trainers in their house and they're getting a support in a community and basically a dietitian, not us, through the app, right? They're getting all of that. People pay hundreds of dollars for that every month. And they have the option to pay that once. And if they don't want to order any more supplements, they don't have to. And they still get everything they need for a full month and a year for the rest of the stuff. So don't discount what we have. And everyone just got money from the government right now. So poll in your stories, what are you spending your stimulus on? Would you invest $200 in your health if you knew it could change your life? Oh, Canadians. Dang, we're really ripping on the Canadians on this call. My bad. You know what, though? I don't know a single Canadian who wants to live in America right now. So I don't think, we've had a rough go ourselves over here. So the ones that I talk to are feeling sorry for us enough. So we get the things. But start asking polls about that. Start talking about that. For $200, they could make an investment in their entire family's health and get 30 meals and gym equipment at home and a supportive community and 2 nutrition plans and recipes galore. $200. People are dropping that in Target like it's nothing right now because they just got paid. And not only that, but it's also tax refund season. So money is not going to be your biggest objection right now. So don't be scared to offer all the things and talk about them in your stories. Like April said, my volume shot up when I would just do, like, you should be talking in your stories every day. I struggle with this when my depression is really bad. And if you follow me on or watch my stories, you can tell when I'm struggling because I'm not actually speaking to the camera. It's all videos or stories or pictures. But I would just make my mocktail while I'm doing my story. And people would be like, what is that yellow stuff you're putting in there? What's that white thing you're putting in there? Like, what's that drink you make every day? And listen, I'm a recovered alcoholic coming up on 6 years. I like to drink all the things all day long. So I don't like to just drink water all day. I get really bored with it. And then I want all the fun drinks that I can't have. So having Energize in the morning, having a mocktail in the afternoon, having a bevy in the evening, it even helps with my sobriety. And even if you're not an alcoholic, if alcohol is a big temptation for you and something that you're trying to avoid in your meal plan, having drinks that are good and that give you energy and do good things for you it makes it easier to say no to the other drinks or to have the bad drinks when you have drinks that are good for you too, but also taste good. So like talk about things like that. But yeah, Mark also has started making a bevy mocktail where he'll mix a bevy and an Energize together in the afternoon for like a little bit of, and we do this also if we're low on hydrate. So he'll mix them together and they also taste good together. So try like mixing some of your products together and things like that. But yeah, I have all my stuff in mason jars too. So like, you know, people have like wet bars in their house. I have a supplement bar in my house. I can't have regular bars. So like my countertops, I literally have all my Shakeology containers on my countertop. And then I have all the mason jars I have one with my greens, one with my collagen, one with my hydrate, and one with my Energize. And then we have one for recover. I have a clear container with my beach bars. Literally, my counters look like you'd be walking into like Beachbody corporate, but nothing has logos. It's all in like the jars. So I love the way that it looks, but it's also always in the background of my stories. Anytime I'm doing anything in my kitchen, you see these containers. What's in there? What's in that? Like anytime I'm taking a picture of my food on my containers on my counter, it's behind it. So like, even are your things visible in your stories, in your pictures? Are you drinking things while you're taking stories? Are you having snacks, you know, sharing snacks with your kids? Whatever.
My kids are obsessed with the beach bars. Literally, even Charlie will freak out as soon as she sees it. It's so funny. But that's my 3 o'clock thing is like a beach bar and Energize, or like 2 or 3 o'clock. I just like, I will do Energize, hydrate, and then a beach bar. And that is like the perfect dose of like sweetness that I need. But yeah, you could totally do bevy and, you know, and, or things like that. So really quickly, thank you for that, Melissa. That was awesome. Really quickly, I just wanted to talk to you guys about something that I'm focusing on, which is a free group that isn't fitness and nutrition related. Because I know I like thinking of Jessica. She can't have a caffeine right now. Just kidding. It's horrible. We hate it. It's fine. But like, so running a free community where in that same group is where, whether it's each week of the month, that's where you do your free group. But finding where, really thinking on, when we did that color wheel and thinking on, okay, who is April and what kind of people is April looking for? I am looking for, Christian moms that are, maybe new to their faith and, trying to make a morning routine or, things like that. So right now I'm running a free devotional within my group. And then next month I am doing a declutter challenge. And so I like to do things where I really like to have that motivational piece and educational piece. So decluttering my house is super exciting for me and organizing. Kristen, I love you. You're like over here just thinking about it. So yeah, I'm looking for the Kristens that get excited just hearing that. But you know what I think is that, okay, so we do this for a week and we run this declutter group and we're going to have fun, but what else is going to happen, right? Like, what's going to happen after? But what if I take it one step farther and I say, declutter your home, your heart, and your mind? And then I get to talk about, feeding into where I can talk to them about other things. I can go live and I can, kind of speak on, oh my gosh, when I don't have these things, the stuff on my counters, my anxiety is better. I love seeing this when my papers aren't everywhere and I have a system of where my bills are and where are these things that need to be filed, whatever that is. So I can talk about these other things as well, and tying in how important it is. And then you can do, challenges or something in those free groups. And I always encourage you to do like a Shakeology or, Energize or Bevy or some type of giveaway from Beachbody products, because you're not throwing Beachbody in your face, but doing the giveaways and the simple things from whatever challenge, hey, anybody that cleans out their fridge today and post a picture of before and after, will be entered into our Energize giveaway or our Bevy giveaway, things like that. So making it super simple, but then also being able to do that is a great way to tie it in, like, oh, I love this so much because, and being able to talk about that. So I want you guys to really think about, and if you have anything already, if you've already thought about this, Energize and Bevy, you can put a packet into an envelope. Yeah, just like a regular envelope for the same shipping. So if you guys have thought about this, put it in the chat of what kind of group you would like to run. But I think that, if you don't know, let's think on it. And I want you to take some time and I want you to write out like 5 things that, make you excited. So like I was talking to Brittany the other day and she's like, I think I'm going to run a, kind of like a Dave Ramsey, like debt snowball, paying off debt group. That makes me really happy. Or so I said like the organizing or decluttering, it like getting away from like a water challenge or a sugar detox, which is great, but I don't personally get excited about that. Like for me, that is almost like a chore. But I talk about organizing and decluttering and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I can't with your eyebrows, Kristen. I love you so much. Just the excitement over there. So yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. Like I can get really excited about that. And then maybe the next month it's I'm back to doing a free devotional or something, paying off debt, cannabis education, plants, purging, and more plants. Yes. And so just, thinking of ways to, find your tribe. And the more that you just go and do it and not think of, oh my gosh, I could never run a group. Well, you can grab somebody else that is your tribe, like another coach. If you have another coach that you really vibe with, that I would say you can do a community together. If you don't really vibe with that person, do it yourself and don't be afraid, because this is where you're going to really find your people. And, just having this as an ongoing group where it's ongoing. Like if I, have a day where like today, it's 9:00 and I just realized I never posted today in my devotional group, but guess what? I had 3 people like, oh, my takeaway from today. And I'm like, oh, thank you so much, because I don't even know how I forgot to post in there today, but it starts to run itself. Right. And so on your off weeks, on my off weeks of decluttering or, Bible studies or whatever, people are posting, oh, here's my takeaway from my devotional today or stuff like that. So this group starts to become a true community where it really, truly runs itself. And that's where, you make really genuine, deep connections with people. And so I can't tell you enough. I want you to start a community and, that be your funnel system. When somebody says no, I have something in my eyeball that's driving me crazy. Sorry. When somebody says no, when, you follow up and it's not the right time for somebody, or you have a challenger that also is like your person, or you have somebody that watches all your stories and loves on it, but they won't actually join you. Like this is where you get those people in. I swear I have like a dog hair in my eyeball or something. But yeah, so then they are able to just, build that connection there. And so those are where you're going to find your future coaches, your future challengers and things like that. So having fun with that. And then the last thing I want to tell you before we go, because I know it's late, is focusing on your highlights on Instagram. So I want you to take a look at those highlights. I had deleted all of mine because they were like, oh, at least most of them I hadn't added to them in a year. Yes. So when you think of the things that you get excited about, I want you to write it down and I want you to make a list. If you are going to say somebody was like, oh my gosh, I love this person because they share the best things about XYZ. How are they going to find it if they didn't watch that story within 24 hours? So if you, and you can go back, you can go back to your archive and probably add it if you have some past stories that you think about it. You can go to your archive and you may be able to add it to a highlight. I'm not exactly sure, but Kristen says you can. Okay, that's good news. You can add old stuff. Okay, cool. So think about it, because what this is like, your Instagram is it's essentially your storefront. So somebody says, follow April. Oh my gosh, she has the easiest healthy meal prep recipes she shares. Or, you know, she has this great thing where you can look at, and she gives you step-by-steps on how to do XYZ. So something you're passionate about, it needs to be a highlight so that you can then, I say, right, do a brain dump, get a cup of coffee or bevy or hydrate or anything you could drink, Jessica, I'm sorry. And put on some good music and just sit. And like, this is like 15 minutes to yourself of your me time, and just start writing things that you enjoy, things that you like, things that you would like to teach people about. And then the next week, pick one of those things. Instead of like, oh my gosh, now I need to do 10 highlights of all these things, pick one thing at a time. And over the week, do a couple things. Yes, updating your color wheel. If you go to the guide section of our team page, you'll find the color wheel and you can see that there. Where it kind of prompts you to think of different things about you. You know, toddler mom, you know, so maybe you have like a playroom, organization ideas. Yeah, I don't care, whatever it is. So think about it. And 1 week at a time, you focus on one highlight. Okay. So now it's there. It's got a couple things in it. And then, the next week, you focus on the next one. It's there. You've got a couple things in it. And then the next week, you focus on a different one. So get them up there, and then make it your point to once a day add something of value into one of your highlights, whether it's, you know, oh, this is how I water my plants, and let me add that here. Or this is how I protect my plants from the cold. I don't know. I shouldn't be speaking to things that aren't mine. But then also plug in with client transformations or client results. So maybe they're following you you obviously don't have plants. No, I have plants that are from Marshall's that look like this, that aren't real. Those are my plants. So I dust my plants. So yeah. And just like, and then maybe the one that's just like mom life, and it's just like a little bit of like fun things. Jessica has been really good at doing like little craft ideas with her boys. You can go back and do a highlight of crafts to do with the kiddos, you know, things like that are genuinely, and I would definitely have one of recipes, because on your bat is sharing a healthy meal or meal prep. And so that you can easily put those in there. DIY projects. Yes. Such good examples. So I want our focus for the rest of the months to be thinking about your highlights and then putting them into play. If you go to Canva, if you go to Canva and just type in and search for story highlights, they have really cute ones that you can, you know, just play around with there, but also they're super simple. So think of like a color that you like, you use a lot, like that you would have a brand. And then if you just go into the elements of, in Canva, they have really cute little like drawn on things. So you can just find little pictures of whatever there and create your cover photos, and you don't even have to put words on it. I would actually say don't put words on it, and just have a cute little logo of what, you know, that looks like. Maybe if it's DIY, maybe it's like a paintbrush or something, but it's got the color of your brand. So, and some people just have colors, like it's just a color and it's like pastel colors. And that's all that circle has. So go to other people that you enjoy that following for inspiration and take a look at their highlights and take a look at what they look like. So kind of do a little research, figure out what you want. And you can go in later and add a cover photo. You don't have to add it to your stories. You used to have to add it to your stories to be able to add it. Now you can just go to your highlights and then click edit and then you can upload the cover photo there. So yeah. And I want to hear about your highlights, what you decide. So send me a message once you've got a couple up, let me know what you decide, or post on our team page, whichever. I'm excited, but I think that just making your Instagram look like your storefront and having that value right there for them will be super helpful. And then the last thing I'm going to tell you, do you have a number you recommend? I don't know, maybe 5 to 10. I just pulled that out of my butt. I'm not a professional. I'm not a social media expert, but that's what I say. I currently have 3 and I need to work on that. So yeah. But in just focusing on, okay, what do I share and what do I talk about a lot? And then what do I want to focus on? So maybe you don't talk about things a lot because we take for granted things that we know. Like I remember one time I posted a recipe for a spinach omelet and someone was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm like, there are 3 ingredients in it: eggs, milk, and spinach. You're welcome. Like you just never know what people are struggling with. So any questions about anything we talked about tonight, since we've talked so long? I'm sorry. I see you. All right. Okay. Well, let's take a quick picture. We lost a lot of people. Whoops. Okay. Liz and Holly, do you want to come on? No biggie if not. Eddie Munster. I can't believe my daughter told me I look like a boy. Okay. Don't take that. Don't take a story of that, Kristen. Oh, there they are. Everyone's here. The Brady Bunch. Okay. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you guys so much. And I will post this into our team page. I'll upload the recording tomorrow because I am heading to bed, but I hope you guys dig into your highlights and think about what kind of free community you want, and check in with us and let us know what you've decided. Oh, I'm still recording. Stop recording.